dislocate both your feet. That's what happens. You step to.
It's getting graphic.
It is very graphic. Going for the feet, man.
Yeah. We talked about something with a mannequin too. We'll bring it back a little bit. This song's so good.
Frequent advances, flirting with the other side. Trying to ride this wave until he's bona fide. Driven by the passion, thoughts start clashing. Wanting action, still faith is outlasting. Wayside falling the perks in latest fashion.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Game Changers. Matt's back.
Hey, this is Gabe.
This is Gabe. Gabe's going to be being with us for reacting to the NF Journey. Now we got two people, so the good thing is we're going to each be able to pick a song. And then if we agree on the song, that song will move on. If we disagree on the song, then it's up to you guys, the fans, to pick which song is going to move on. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell.
Bing.
Correct. It does magical things, so make sure you guys do that. So we're going to get into it. Today we're doing NF Nate versus NF Return, so it's going to be another... It's gonna be a heavyweight battle.
I did want to say this is my first time listening to this guy, so I will probably have the most outside response because I just have never seen something like this type of music. I love Christian music in general, but in a rapping version, this might be interesting. So
Yeah,
let's see what's going on.
So that's the cool thing about this page too, guys, is that we now got Gabe. He's never heard of NF before, so it's gonna be cool to see his perspective on it. And then obviously I'm a fan. I've told you guys in past videos, he's one of my favorite artists. So I'll have the knowledge behind it. He'll have the excitement. So it should be a good combo. Here we go. Got that eerie music.
The Black Balloons.
Yeah. All right. So Black Balloons.
Yeah.
Gabe already pointed out Black Balloons. They stand for his burden. So he talks a lot about his just his struggles in life and things that he goes through. He talked about OCD and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, he's got some family issues too, and he just kind of overcomes all that. So it's pretty interesting stuff. So that's pretty much what the balloons are.
Okay, cool.
We'll get into it a little bit more.
Very eerie, a little bit.
Yeah, he's got some eerie music.
Sometimes I want to disappear like I just don't exist. I'll find a time machine to take me back when I was 6. Maybe younger, either way, I guess the point of it would be to tell that little kid that he's gonna take a lot of hits. Yeah, I'll probably grab your hand and tell you life is hard. If you got questions or you need advice, and talk to God. It's easy.
Oof, there's a line about God. He said, if you need advice, talk to God. So just give Gabe a little bit of information about what's going on in this song. Nate is NF, and Nate is going back in time. Just so he's having a conversation with his 6-year-old self. So it's really cool. I think we can all agree that we wish we would have known more when we were younger. And it's a really cool setup of a song where he's preaching to his old self and just saying like, hey, if you got issues or if there's anything going on in your life, just make sure you're bringing it to God. So
That's amazing. Yeah, that's something that we all need to consider. So, I mean, putting it in the beginning of the song is pretty interesting. So let's get it going.
absolutely.
The only one that listens, even when you think he isn't. Even good people are great at making bad decisions.
I'll say one thing right there, if you don't mind me. I mean,
Yeah, go
good people making great decisions. You know, you have to understand that sometimes us setting those tones for other people is definitely useful. So
Yeah, and vice versa too. There's good people who make bad decisions too.
True.
So we got to make sure that we're forgiving people too. I think that's one of the biggest things in the church. We put people up on pedestals too much. Pastors too. Pastors sin. They mess up. And I think as a body, we need to realize like, hey, that happens, and we need to pray for our pastors too, and even people in our life too.
I like that.
There we go.
Take it serious. You find out pretty quick that life is more than just appearances. I know some things we could avoid to save embarrassment, but everything that breaks you down can also build your character. Cause people love to see you fail. Just be aware of it. Don't let nobody tell you who to be and write your narrative.
Woo, that's strong. That's a strong.
Yeah. I think that's so true too. People like to see other people fail, and that's such a sad thing if you think about it. Like if you
Envy,
truly,
yeah.
Exactly. I think that's a good point. That's just sin, you know what I mean? Like envy, and we want to see people fail for no reason. And if you think about it, think about when you do good things for other people, it feels so much better. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why people don't want to do that.
I think in reverse for myself, like I definitely play sports, and we even connected on dodgeball. Seeing a team win 5-6 years in a row, I always thought, wow, that team is just really good. But you'll have outside noise that are like, no, those people need to fail. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Or are they just a little bit better, just work a little harder? So
exactly.
let's get into it.
100%.
Look, we're all products of the things that we experience, but there's a big big difference between confidence and arrogance. You hearing this out? Know that you don't get it now, but you gon' get it later. I know you feel like you're alone and no one loves you, maybe. And you gon' cover insecurities with lots of anger. The weird thing is someday all of this gon' make you famous. You start to write.
So you're talking about his anger, his pain, and then he said the weird thing is that's what's going to make you famous later. And it's true. NF, I mean, he's building a huge brand off of just his burdens and his
past.
pain.
Yeah,
it's wild stuff.
About your life, and while they're all relating, you'll make up a slogan, call it real, but feel like you're the fakest. Wish I could tell you that your future's nothing but amazing. That's just not the case, and I guess I just don't know how to say this. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but if you can, I just want you to know. You gon' make a lot of mistakes, and they gon' laugh in our face. That's part of life, that's just the way that it goes. That's just the way that it goes. And I don't know if you can hear me or not, but if you can, I just need you to get it. I know you've been questioning life, trust me, I know what it's like. I'm here for you if you need someone to listen. If you need someone to listen. See, mom and dad are not together, they took different routes. But you probably already knew you're getting older now. Remember back when mom picked us up from grandma's house, and she hid her boyfriend in the trunk and drove a couple miles down the...
All right, so you can see that he's had a troubled life. I'm not going to give too much away for Gabe because there is a song about his mom, so I'm not going to give that away, and you guys obviously know that too. But you can obviously see what he's writing here, that there's definitely something going on in his home life.
So what is this album like? Is it, because it sounds like he's connecting all of his songs to this one? Is this like the beginning of his whole album, or?
So this is that's a good point. So Nate is on his last album, The Search. So this is his 4th album, and then Returns is also on The Search as well. If my memory's not failing me, it might be. I don't know. But anyway, so this song is on his 4th album. He talks about how he has OCD, and it just shows you his genius of being able to connect his songs. So he is connecting from How Can You Leave Us? That's the one about his mom. We'll get into that. But then he's also connecting other songs through other songs as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it just go along for the journey. You're gonna be hopping back and forth.
Sorry, okay, yeah.
But the more you listen to the songs, you'll get a little bit more into what's going on in NF's mind.
The street, and then she pulled over to let him out, cause she didn't want dad to know she had these type of dudes around. Cause last time he found out, he had to take us from her. You look uncomfortable, I'm sorry, let me change the subject. You know how we've always struggled with abandonment? Yeah. And when we feel like someone's leaving, we start panicking? Yeah. Yo, I wish that I could say I've learned to manage it. You think it's bad now, but you don't know the half of it. Passion is something we have never lacked. We see it the most.
Passion is something that we have never lacked. The reason why I love NF so much, and hopefully Gabe will become a fan quick, is his passion in his music. You could be a great lyricist, you could be a great beat maker, writer, whatever it may be. But if you don't have passion, if you're not really caring about the music that you're writing or performing or whatever it may be, it just doesn't hit here. I always say it. NF's music hits here because it gives you goosebumps because he puts so much passion behind all of his music. So
Beautiful, yeah.
When we're writing raps, they think it's funny now, let them laugh. I know you think it's just an outlet when you're really mad, but you don't know the platform you're about to have. I know some things about the future you ain't ready for. I know some things that
So there was something he just said that I wanted to wait till the end, but I want to ask you, if you don't mind, Matt. So
No, go ahead.
if you had the ability to tell yourself, like where you are right now, very successful, you have a wife, a beautiful home and stuff. Would you like the experience to have somebody like your 30-year-old, 30 years from now, at 60 years old?
I'm past 30.
Yeah, okay, all right. At 60 years old, be able to tell you, or even when you were 20 years old and at 30 years old, would you want that experience?
Yeah. That's a heavy question because I think we all would want more wisdom, and I think that's one of the things the Bible talks about. We kind of, as a culture, we kind of throw old people to the side now, which is a mistake. The Bible talks about the wisdom that older people can give us, and then if you also have your older self telling you, who knows everything about you,
Right.
I think you could only benefit from it. It's not the way life is set up, so we unfortunately can't. But at the same time, I think it's important to. I think that's one of the beautiful things about life is that we fall down, but Jesus is always there and He picks us up. Yep, and we just got to place our faith, hope, trust in Him. But yeah, great question.
Beautiful.
Yeah, great question. I'm actually gonna bring it back a little bit because there was a good bar back there.
we have never lacked. We see it the most when we're writing raps. They think it's funny now, let them laugh. I know you think it's just an outlet when you're really mad, but you don't know the platform you're about to have. I know some things about the future you ain't ready for. I know some things that you won't cover up but can't ignore. And what hurts is they surface at the worst moments. And we gon' act like it don't hurt us, but it hurts, don't it? We walk around with the devil talking on both shoulders. Wish I could tell you that he disappears when we get older, but that's just not the case. And I know you feel out of place, and everything is not okay, and life can be a lot to take.
Wow.
So he says the devil, he walks around like the devil's on both of his shoulders. You guys know the imagery, the angel and the devil on the shoulder. And when that happens, it's important to pray because there's going to be times where you get attacked. And something that somebody told me that's very powerful and it's very wise is the more Satan attacks you, it's because you're growing closer to Christ. So think about your pastors; they get attacked constantly because what does Satan want to do? He doesn't want you to proclaim the gospel. You know what I mean? So, so it's important to remember that when you're getting attacked a lot, it's because you're probably doing something really, really good for the kingdom. So
That's awesome.
yeah. All right, we'll finish the song up.
I don't know if you can hear me or not, but if you can, I just want you to know you gon' make a lot of mistakes and they gon' laugh in our face. That's part of life, that's just the way that it goes. That's just the way that it goes. And I don't know if you can hear me or not,
I love
but
the
if you
beat, too.
can, I just need you to get it. I know you've been questioning life, trust me, I know what it's like. I'm here for you if you need someone to listen. Do you need someone to listen? You know how intoxicated people make us nervous, to the point sometimes we shake and it feels so disturbing. Don't be scared, that's just trauma trying to reach the surface and tell us everyone we love.
He said that's just Trauma trying to reach the service. Gabe doesn't know this, but Trauma is his last song that he just came out with. Well, actually, Pay My Dues, but the last song in this album he comes out with is called Trauma. So he just drops songs into his other songs, and it's so impressive. I think it's incredible.
It almost, do you know the artist John Bellion?
Nah.
Okay, so we're gonna have to watch another video. If you guys out there do know, obviously put a like for us as well. But John Bellion, what he does is he adds things in his songs that are from previous songs, which make the real fans, I guess, connect with it. So that's what I'm seeing here,
that's cool.
which is really cool.
Yeah, that's good artistry. If you can do that, that's pretty impressive.
Gonna try to hurt us, which isn't true, but it's a lie that both of us believe in. Yeah, you might get a glimpse of happiness from your achievements, but what you'll learn as you get older, every time you reach one, is you'll just make another goal that doesn't lead to freedom. See, some things about to happen that you can't imagine. At 24, you'll drop an album and you'll call it magic. At 25, you'll get out therapy and gain some traction. Skip the track number 4, now that's a really sad one. Yeah, perception's coming next, we about to reach the masses. It sounds awesome, at the same time, it doesn't matter. At 27, we'll make millions, but it's really sad, cause you learn to realize that none of this will make you happy.
There it is.
Guys, money does not buy you happiness, all right? NF is dropping some legitimate bars.
That's what they tell us on the social media, though. They tell us we can buy cars and fame. What do you mean that it doesn't buy us happiness?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, guys, really, really quick, too. There's a lot of people that idolize certain artists and certain people, and just remember that they're people. They're gonna die too one day. We're gonna die one day. You got to place your faith and your trust, and your God needs to be the true God. And it's great to have, and it's a blessing to have people in this world that are awesome role models. Like Tim Tebow's my dude.
Nice.
But he's just a person, and he would tell you that too. He'd say, "Hey, it's cool that you look up to me, but you guys got to be looking through me and seeing who's doing this through me, which is Jesus." So.
And to add on to that, you don't bring anything with you, right? So all this money and all that root of evil stuff, you're not going to bring any of that to heaven.
Correct.
Which is well said in the Bible as well. So.
Yeah, 100%.
I wish that I could look at you with empathy. Sometimes I feel like I've become what you were scared to be, which makes it really hard to look at you with sympathy, because if I'm feeling bad for you, then I have to feel bad for me. And that's just something I feel like we
That's
don't
crazy.
That's a good line.
Because he's talking to himself,
Yeah.
so whatever happens, it's in reverse for him.
Yeah, so good. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit.
Jesus.
And he's having a deep conversation here at the end.
I wish that I could look at you with empathy. Sometimes I feel like I've become what you were scared to be, which makes it really hard to look at you with sympathy, because if I'm feeling bad for you, then I have to feel bad for me. And that's just something I feel like we don't deserve. That's why I'm always looking down on you, I know it hurts. I'm sure you have a lot of questions I've been trying to search to find us both some answers. I'll be here for you if things get worse.
That's amazing.
And he's got the eerie music going on at the end. Some echo voices in the background. All right, that's NF Nate. We'll keep the our overall thoughts until the end.
Cool.
But yeah, this song is just it's a deeper song, but the next one's a banger. So
Let's get it.
So we're gonna catch you guys back. We're gonna be doing NF Returns next. All right, guys, we're back. We just did NF Nate. Now we're doing NF Returns. This song, I'm not trying to give away anything, but I am going to right now. It's one of my favorite NF songs, but so is Nate. Nate's a really good song, too. This is another heavyweight battle. But NF Returns, I'm excited to show Gabe this song.
Super excited.
It's banging. Here we go.
Let's go.
Love the beat.
Not another video either for this
No,
one?
no idea.
What is perfect? Not me. I've been overworking for weeks. I go home and purchase some things that I know will not fill my needs. Have a dose of what I've achieved and get lonesome and I critique who I am and what I believe. Make up standards too high to reach. Untrained animal off the leash. I'm in panic, but yet relief. Watch a hammock, hang with me. Grab a hatchet, cut down your tree like a man.
Wow.
Bring a hammock to hang with me. Brought a hatchet. I'm going to cut down your tree. I love how NF, I love his positive messages, but I love when he comes after the rap game too. So, and he's just kind of talking. He talks about in other songs too that the rap game today is just a joke, and he's just running laps around people. And now he's cutting down trees of other rappers. So,
Okay, let's hear it.
yeah, it's about to get even crazier.
Mannequin that can speak what I have in store is unique. I just mop the floors with MCs. I can't stop until things are clean. I'm in there, which is what you think. So you stand there in disbelief till I dislocate both your feet. That's what happens. You step to me.
He's getting graphic.
It is, it's very graphic. Going for their feet, man.
Yeah. He talked about something with a mannequin too. We'll bring it back a little bit. This song's so good.
Stop until things are clean. I'm in there, which is what you think. So you stand there in disbelief till I dislocate both your feet. That's what happens. You step to me. Not too graphic, but not PG. Lots of action in every scene. I'm kidnapping all of your dreams. Hold them hostage and watch them scream. Besides, I am what I advertise. Don't matter, you put it, we live, then we have to die. You might hate it, but you can't deny. See, everything that I've been doing got me looking like a mastermind. It's so damn.
Oof.
He is. He's looking like a mastermind. All right. So another thing that he does in this album too is he shows off with how he starts switching up his beats. So he
Sure.
starts out kind of slow, and then he goes into the fast rap, and then he's gonna keep switching it up. And a lot of the songs in the Search, he does it a lot in a lot of different of the songs in the Search, and he just shows his musical genius that he is. It's
That's
pretty
crazy.
impressive. Yeah. So we'll bring it back just a little bit.
Besides, I am what I advertise. Don't matter, you put it, we live, then we have to die. You might hate it, but you can't deny. See, everything that I've been doing got me looking like a mastermind. It's so game, but I vandalize it. I do what you fantasize. And took a vision of my dreams and I found a better way that I can make it. I've been looking, think I'm really gonna maximize it.
I'm just impressed. About
No
that.
way you can understand what that man just said. I'm over here listening as well as I can. I can't hear.
I love it. I think it just shows how the thing that's impressive about him too is even though you might not have picked up on a lot of those bars,
Yes.
he's saying words. There's rappers out there that just go blah, 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 and they're not saying anything.
Right.
It just pisses me off. It's like that's not talent. You're just
Mumbling.
It literally is mumble rap. yeah.
Right.
And that's who he takes a lot of shots at. But
Oh, wow.
yeah, I'm gonna bring it back a little bit.
Better way that I can make it. I've been looking, think I'm really gonna maximize it. These bullets form in my mind, they come out my mouth. Anyone out there.
He said I think he said it forms lines in his head and then it comes out of his mouth like bullets. That's just such a good
Ooh.
line. Such a good line.
Doubting, acting mouthy. Forget what you heard about me, I've been astounding. Something for you thinking you might run circles around me. Yeah, ain't this all I ever wanted? That's a fact, no, that's a lie. No, I'm confused, yeah. I got problems, what's the use? Yeah, let's be honest, screws are loose. I need them tighten, not amuse. Yeah, look what I did, brought you something. Hope you like it, so precise.
We like it.
Stop you whining, back in style like I was vinyl. I make songs that they go viral. Something's up.
Final throwback.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think he said vinyl or viral. You guys let us know in the comments. I'm not sure which one he said. He's rapping too fast, so we can't pick up on it. We'll go back a little bit.
Nice and so productive, stop you whining. Back in style like I was vinyl. I make songs that they go viral. Something's off if I go idle. Been so long yet, okay, idle. Take your shoes off, you're in my home. You got fans, but not like I do. Yeah.
He said, you got fans, but not like I do. You guys know, me as an NF fan, you guys know as NF fans too. His underground following is just incredible. I mean, you look at all of his videos. A lot of people have never heard of him before. Gabe never heard of him
Never
before.
heard of him.
Before this, and he's got videos that got almost 100 million views. So it's just like,
Maybe I'm underground and live under a rock. That's awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
you gotta get out more.
I
Right?
know. Sorry.
I try to be, can't contain what's inside of me. They don't like the sight of me cause I lack in compliancy.
I want to stop it for a second. He's got a lot of good wordplay coming up, but let me know if you guys agree with me or not. I think he does take shots at Eminem. I know people are kind of split halfway down. So make sure you put in the comments. Let me know if he's taking shots at Eminem. It's about to come up. You might not pick up on it. I don't know if you do or not. But just to give you guys a little bit of background, just to give Gabe a little bit of background, forget what the NF song, or not the NF song, the Eminem song was, but he says, I'm not NFing playing around with a clone of me or something like that. So a lot of people say NF is a clone of Eminem, which he's not. Obviously, there's a lot of differences. But so then I think this is a song where he takes shots back at Eminem. He does it very discreetly, but it's, yeah, I think it's definitely shots. We'll see.
Question what I can see if you're not playing my CD. No expiring. I'll decide when I think it's my time to leave. Yeah, cause it won't inspire me, it inspires me to be inspiring. When I'm low, I feel like I'm spiraling. Pushing forward, look, I can't ignore it. There ain't no I in team, but drop the TNA. Sometimes if I'm being honest, feels like it's only me. No.
So he says, drop the T and A, and all that's left is me. So you take out the T and the A in team, you got M and E. But then a lot of people say, okay, if you switch it, it's M, but then he goes a little bit more deeper into it. So I'm going to bring it back. Yeah, I'm going to bring it back a little bit. So that's not really a shot at him, but then he goes off a little bit.
Kind of setting him up.
He sets it up, and you'll see after it.
There ain't no I in team, but drop the TNA. Sometimes if I'm being honest, feels like it's only me. No defeat, no to believe that I have it right if you're quoting me. Write my name on your hit list, it might be the last time you wrote something.
Hold on. Eminem does come out with a song, and is it Hitman, or it's called
I think so.
Something along those lines. So that there has to be maybe a correlation.
I think so. Because it was clear. I mean, even people wrote that Eminem's line in the song that he took a shot at NF. It was very subtle. Yeah, it was very subtle, but it was pretty obvious too. He put NF-ing, and my man's name is NF. So and then this came out after. So I'm gonna bring it back one more time because this part's awesome.
I ain't team, but drop the TNA. Sometimes if I'm being honest, feels like it's only me. No defeat, no to believe that I have it right if you're quoting me. Write my name on your hit list, it might be the last time you wrote something. Rip that cocky smile right off your face for thinking you're close to me. Grab a can of gasoline, light it all over your self-esteem. Selfishly watching you helplessly pretend you're on my planet. Shoot you out of the sky like your punch. Line you in now, laying a gun, jamming, reaching your mouth and rip out your tongue. After tongue, lashing, I hand them out like pamphlets in church. Pastors.
So he's talking about pastors, he's talking about church, which is great. And he also says, "Oh Lord," it's another example, and he's got another song called "Oh Lord." So it's another example of him now putting another song in one of his other songs. But that whole sequence right there is incredible. And whoever he's taking a shot at, which I think it's Eminem, but whoever he's taking a shot at,
he's cut off their tongue, he's chopped their feet off. What is next?
Yeah, he's shooting them into the outer space. It's great. It's so good. And he does it. This is the most impressive part. He does it being clean. He's clean throughout all of his songs, and he just.
I'll be honest. I listen to a lot of music. Sometimes classical, different rappers, and it's hard for them to keep it clean. But again, to have that type of talent, to kind of take or
aggression.
Your aggression towards it.
Yeah, I think that's so impressive that he's so aggressive in his songs, but he doesn't drop one curse word. I think it's just complete art to be able to do that.
There's me so well, they know I'm not in that casket trash. Bag is probably buried somewhere from the mic. Music superb, playing with words, play with my nerves.
Switching the beat again.
Have a list of issues long as my shirts. Very absurd, very disturbed. Stare at the earth like this is not the place I was birthed. I'm generic, you sure? Oh, they think I'm very.
So hold on, is this man saying he's not a human? Is it how fast he's rapping? What is that?
I think he's saying the rap game's here.
And he's above it.
He's above it. He's up here. So let me bring it back just a little bit.
As long as my shirts, very absurd, very disturbed. Stare at the earth like this is not the place I was birthed. I'm generic, you sure? Oh, they think I'm very reserved. Till I open up on the beat like all my therapy work. I don't care what you heard. Real scary, carry the verse while I'm wearing my merch, stomping on your arrogant turf. Sit back and observe. No, I like to actually work. This life's so.
That shot is incredible. So I'm very old school. I think I've shared in other videos. He said, "Sit back. No, I like to actually work." And a lot of people today do not want to work. It's just a fact. Yeah, it's just a fact in today's world. And I love what he's saying too. And if you look at the Bible even says that we're built to work. It says we're supposed to work for 6 days and rest on the Sabbath day, the seventh day. But he's subtly just dropping
Shout out
bombs.
Chick-fil-A. Sorry.
Yeah,
They're off on Sunday.
exactly. Yep, we love Chick-fil-A. Let's go. Let's shout it back.
Sit back and observe, nah, I like to actually work. This life's so unpredictable, it just keeps pitching me curves. I take a swing, I hate the things that make me feel like I'm dirt. I patiently been waiting, please, I think it's time for my turn. My expertise are
It's your turn.
melodies, they talk to me when I'm hurt. Just let me be, eventually, someday they'll see what I'm worth. I cross my I's and dot my T's, it makes no sense, but I've learned. No more to you is not to me.
That beat
The
too,
act is
man.
only
That's
So
returns.
good. So good.
Wow.
We'll stop it there.
Alrighty.
All right, that's NF Returns. Another long video. We've done 3 in a row that are just heavyweight battles. So the video is going to be a little bit longer because we're dissecting them a little bit more. It's Gabe's first time doing this too. So it's going to obviously be a little bit longer, but we'll try and cut to the chase. I'll let Gabe go first. Just kind of talk about Nate and then talk about Returns and then just give us your pick of which one you
Sure, so I'll keep this quick. So Nate, for me, kind of had a lot of connections to that because I had, from my grow up, which, you know, when you start to learn me, I'll learn you guys as well. I've definitely had things that I wanted to overcome, and how he's speaking to himself is really cool and unique. The beat, very eerie, kind of, you know, soothing as well. As far as the Returns, I know this is this guy's favorite song. I think the best part to me, yes, was the lyricism, but how he dramatically was able to switch his beats and stay on top of it and add imagery of, you know, how the rap game is and how he's different from it and trying to add a positive vibe. So,
100%.
with that being said, drum roll please. I'm gonna pick Nate, Nate, NF, whatever you want to call him. Nate, just simply because, like I said, I had the connection to it, and I just liked what he was saying in the song. So
That's awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's obvious. It's going to be up to you guys, the fans, again, to pick. So you have to put in the comments, all right? You have the whole first round. We still got like 5,256 videos that we got to do. I think I'm close.
That's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, we
right
still got
there.
a lot. So we're in this for the long game. But I pick Returns. I didn't say that yet. I'm picking Returns. So we're split. You guys, the fans, need to pick which song is going to move on. Make sure you guys do that. I'm just going to break it down real quick. Returns, I think, is one of NF's top 5 songs. It's just incredible. I like how he takes shots at the rap game because they need to get out. Yeah, they need to get out of the way, pretty much. And then I like how he's calling people out, and he's doing it in a way that is it's in a fun way, and it's also in a way where he's not being vulgar and things of that nature. Beats amazing, lyrics are amazing. Nate, though, I don't want to sleep on Nate either. Nate's a really good song. It's a deep song, and I apologize, I did not give you a shout out. Actually, somebody requested that we do this song next, and I believe it's Olivia. If I got your name wrong, I apologize. But Olivia, we want to give you a shout out. Thank you for requesting that song next, and continue to request more songs, and we'll bang those songs out. So, God bless.
Brah!